I'm gonna have a sit down because this is going to be a fun ride. Welcome to this review. What I'm gonna be focusing on right now is not every single one of them, because we would be growing some white hair in here, but I wanted to make a difference video between the two Quel'Zaram weapons, or Anduin Lothar's weapon. And the reason I'm doing that is because I have two of them. One of them is going back. You're gonna see which one at the end of the video. So let's jump straight into it. The two ones that I have, there's actually two versions of it. There's the big one, and then there's a small one. So there are two versions. They're quite different actually. I have some notes down there, because if I didn't, then I would forget what I have to say. Two versions: long one, short one, heavy one, not that heavy one. Feel is very different, but let's start slowly. I got on my left hand here is the long version, and this one is 120 centimeters in length in total. It weighs 4.4 kilograms, and the blade length is 83 centimeters. I'm just going to put this one down. I think what the cool part about this one is the handle. The handle feels really good in the hand. This end part is quite heavy. I think in both Quel'Zaram is the blade of Anduin Lothar from the Warcraft film. Probably you've seen it if you're here. I kind of disagree with everyone thinking that, or everyone, many people being disappointed with the film. I think it's good. I think we should get some more. If not a normal film, then maybe some of the animations. And I know the comments online about that. They should really make those. But this one, the long version, feels really good in the hand. It's very top heavy. So you're not going to be able to swing this. You're actually not really going to be able to swing them properly, any of the World of Warcraft swords, because they're just not made for that. It's fantasy. I think the way you hold this is quite comfortable. What I don't like that much about this one is that I don't even know what to call this. Maybe this is the guard, but it's very clunky. It's very large and quite square. It doesn't tell me a lot. A nice detail on this one though is the green eyes. You see the blue diamonds in here, and then there's some green eyes here, and when the sun is shining on them from the outside, they look really, really good. This would be the long version, again the 120 centimeters version. I'll place this one down here. The second version, the short one, it's quite fun to hold this one, because it's much smaller and lighter. So lengthwise 116 centimeters as opposed to 120 for the other one. Blade length 70 centimeters compared to 83 on the other one. And we got 3.8 kilos on this one compared to 4.4, so 3.8. What this one came with is a different type of leather here, or actually it's just the other side of the leather, which I think I like better. I like this type of leather better. Maybe you can hear it. There's some wobble in the blade here, touching the metal. I don't know, I hope you can hear it. I really like this one because it's a bit more handy. It's shorter. It's a bit, I'm just gonna try to step away here. It's a bit more handy to handle, even though it's 3.8 kilos. I think they're supposed to be one-handed swords. I'm not 100% sure about that. I can have I can almost have both of my hands in here, but it can be handled with one hand, as long as it's the right hand. This is quite heavy actually. What I dislike about this one is actually the handle. If you make a contrast between these two, then you can see that This one is more smooth. The scales, so these are scales. Fish scales, dragon scales, not fish scales. Dragon scales, and this is a lot smoother, whereas the scales are much more pronounced on the short version, which hurts when you hold the sword. No matter how I do it, and I'm supposed to do it the other way, like this. The long version, I hope you can see everything. The long version is just much more comfortable to hold compared to this short version. Pretty sure they're both available on Amazon for you to get. I live in Denmark. Quite expensive to get these puppies over here, but you know, they've been quite expensive, especially this one, the long version. I think it set me back around 300 euros for this one. And this is the reason it's going back. And this just feels better. One last detail about it is, or are the engravings on the blade. This one is etched properly in. This one is only, or let me check. Yeah, it looks just, it looks like paint. Whereas this one has the proper engravings in the blade. I am a fan of this one. I like this one better. Just the, which one do you like better? Do you like this one with gold and some markings just like Shadowmourne has? Or do you better like this dark color, which makes it, I don't know, for me it just pops a bit more in the eyes and it's just overall nicer. Another detail is the dragon's head over here, which is much more rounded. I hope you can see it in the video. If you don't, I am sorry. But this one is thinner, whereas this one is much more bulky, or bulkier compared to the short version. And also the small one is rounder over here in the guard, which just, I think visually it makes it more appealing for me. Also the weight, it's 600 grams of difference between these two, and I can dual wield it because I learned, I'm not 40 yet. Oh wait, you maybe can dual wield earlier now. That happens when you don't play WoW for many years. And I do not currently have an active subscription for World of Warcraft because I cannot afford it. Guess why? So this is it for me, I think, for the review between these two swords. Over here, I think this is called the hilt. Over here, they're just extremely similar. There's nothing here that's different from one or the other. The only difference that I see is I think this one is just one solid piece, whereas in the long version there's a joint here. So maybe they're joined there. Yeah, the dragon's head is kind of the same. The leather binding in the middle is kind of the same, just the different material. And I will be sending this one back, get some money back, and buy some other swords in the future. The reason I'm doing this is because I couldn't find anything online. You know, I couldn't find a lot, and I thought if I have all these, then maybe I can, you know, provide some value out there on the internet for someone like you who's looking for a sword from World of Warcraft, because we do. I hope you got something interesting, valuable from this video, and I'll see if I can make some more videos with the other swords. Let me know if you'd like to see some of the reviews of everything else here. I really fought a lot to get King Lane Rin's sword over there, the Lion's Fang. That was a difficult one to get in Europe. I'm waiting for the Royal Guard sword, which is my last one on the list. And I'm also getting a shield, the Royal Guard shield. Soon, let me know if you want a review. Maybe just drop a comment down here so I know there's interest. And I'll see you soon, maybe. Bye.